10 strange and surprising facts about Spider-Man. While the pulp magazine The Spider might have shared thematic elements like masked vigilantes, the main influences for Spider-Man seem to stem more from comic book trends, science fiction, and Lee's interest in creating a character with everyday problems, rather than a direct nod to the 1930s pulp hero. Inspired by a dream, Stan Lee came up with the idea for Spider-Man after a vivid dream about a man who could cling to walls. This dream inspired the concept of a wall-crawling hero. His origin was also partly inspired by a news story. Stan Lee was inspired by a real-life incident where a boy was bitten by a radioactive spider, which influenced the origin story of Spider-Man gaining his powers. He was the first teen superhero. During his debut in Amazing Fantasy No. 15, 1962, Spider-Man was one of the first superheroes to be portrayed as a teenager with real-world problems, making him highly relatable. His powers were based on real-world insects. Spider-Man's abilities, such as wall crawling, web shooting, and enhanced strength, are inspired by real spider behaviors, but exaggerated to superhuman levels. He was meant to be a reflection of the 1960s youth. Spider-Man was created to embody the struggles, aspirations, and anxieties of teenagers during the early 1960s, making him a symbol of youthful rebellion. His first appearance was a flop. Despite becoming one of Marvel's most iconic characters, Spider-Man's first comic, Amazing Fantasy No. 15, sold poorly initially, and Marvel nearly canceled him before his popularity skyrocketed. The web shooters were a last-minute addition. Stan Lee initially thought Spider-Man's webs would be a natural ability, but later decided to give him mechanical web shooters to add a clever, scientist-like aspect to his character. The "with great power comes great responsibility" quote was not originally in the comics. The famous motto was first spoken by Uncle Ben in Amazing Fantasy No. 15, but became a defining part of Spider-Man's moral code later on. His name was almost different. Before settling on Spider-Man, Stan Lee considered names like the Amazing Flea and the Tarantula, but ultimately chose Spider-Man for its catchiness and imagery. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't miss more interesting details about your favorite toys characters.